Stars shine bright real late at night. Deep in the heart of Texas. How about them Cowboys, baby? How about them? We torched the Texans up. We lit Houston up. Ate them alive. The Cowboys, our season is still alive. You know what I'm saying? We've had so much as a fan, so much opposition, man. From non-Cowboy fans, people who don't even follow up with Houston. Just saying, Dallas is finished, 0-3. Texas is gonna wipe them out. Of course, to some extent, as far as on paper, hey, there was some. There was definitely some justification to that. Some justification to those statements or whatever. Those predictions about how Dallas was going to be finished and all this type of stuff. But I kept my mouth closed. I was like, you know what? I wasn't even going to lose hope because we have been 0-2 before. You know what I'm saying? And we've been. There was a situation where we've been 0-2 and ended up winning the Super Bowl. So I'm not going to speak too early, but at the same time, still hoping the season. This win solidified, and at least it saved our season. Cowboy fans, this is a win that you and I both know that we seriously needed, man, and we delivered big time. This was a statement game, the battle of the Texas teams. Because if Houston won this game, we wouldn't even hear the last of it, man. We would not. We constantly hear it all throughout the season. Excuse me, just about to the end of time. You know what I'm saying? So, if Houston won this one, it would be totally embarrassing. They would have all bragging rights. But we showed them in the NFL once and for all that we are the true Texas team. We are the true Lone Star State franchise. Despite the state that we've been in, we are still the main team in Texas. The main team. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Houston's the hot thing right now. The new kid in the not just in Texas, but the new kid in the AFC. Right? Houston has been on fire like these past 2 games. I definitely give it to them. And so, this is a powerhouse. And I was looking on NFL.com. Gil Brandt, who's a senior analyst for the NFL. I think he used to work for the Cowboys for many years. He said that the key matchup for week 3, for this game was between cornerback Terrence Newman and of course Texans bright up and coming premier receiver Andre Johnson. Better known as Andre the Giant, as everybody's calling him. You know what I'm saying? So of course this is Andre Johnson, Andre the Giant, but just like David, we took down the Giant, we took down Goliath in this case. And so of course in this case we had a slingshot. Slingshot with 5 smooth stones. So so in this case, we definitely pillaged. Definitely took down a huge giant, and we came at him straight full force, smashed him right in the mouth. Our defense, really stepped up. And Andre Johnson, what happened to him? What happened to Andre? What happened to the Giant? Giant got slayed. Let's look at the stats. Yes, Romo looking efficient. We're really efficient and consistent so far. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely our X factor on offense. Romo, despite all the criticism that he's gotten, all the flack and everything like that, he is our X factor. So Romo he went 23 of 30 for 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. And so like I said before. Like I said before, if anything, if anything, Romo was going to, if anything, like I said before, if Romo was going to get under 30 completions, we have a better chance of winning. I said this after the Bears game. I said that if I think I said this on a video. I've even said this to other people. I said if Romo can complete under 30 passes, if he can get under 30 completions, then we're gonna have a better chance of winning the game. And darn sure, if he got under 50 attempts, then we're gonna win it. And what happened? He gets less than 50 attempts, less than 30 completions, and we win. He doesn't make any costly mistakes, turnovers. Yada yada yada, all this different type of stuff. So as far as the stats, Romo was 23 of 30 for 284, 2 touchdowns. Schaub 23 of 32 for 241 yards. And 1 touchdown, 2 INTs, 2 picks. What happened? Now, as far as Houston's running game, they still did their thing. With Foster still getting 17 carries, $106, 106 yards, but at the same time, no touchdowns. Barber 17 carries, half that much, 55, and a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So so as far as the running game, we got a combined total of 100 something. Felix Jones 43 yards. On 7 carries. But as far as the passing game, Roy Williams, and this is one of his rare appearances, one of his rare games where he does not look like a bum. Where he does not play. Roy Williams did not play like a bum in this game. Oh my gosh! Praise the name. Yes. Hallelujah. Anyway, Roy Williams actually did not play like a bum. I'm serious. I don't see any fumbles or nothing. 5 receptions, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns. Actually played like a playmaker for real. For one of, if not the first time in his career, Roy Williams actually stepped up. He actually did not fumble. He must have wiped the butter of the oil off of his fingers, because he was able to hold on to the ball long enough to at least not make any careless, stupid mistakes. He did not play like a bum in this game. Bravo, applaud to him. So, and Witten, of course, doing his thing as usual. 7 receptions, 56 yards. Dez Bryant, put him in the mix. 4 receptions for 50 yards. Miles also only 2 catches for 20. But hey, at least we still won the game. Doesn't even matter. Now, let's look at Houston. The big superstar, Andre Johnson, the big bad wolf, looked like a little sheep. The big bad Andre Johnson was held down to only 4 receptions for 64 yards, not one single touchdown. 4 catches, I repeat, 4 catches, 64 yards, no touchdowns. He was held down. Andre was held down. Jones had 5 receptions, 51 yards, whatever, yada yada yada. As far as as far as fumbles, Terrence Newman made a fumble recovery. So and Foster, that fumbled and lost one. All right then, let's see. And no forced fumbles and fumble recoveries from the Texans. Look at that. Now, as far as the defense is concerned, Terrence Newman steps up. This is the big matchup that Mr. Gilbrandt had made as far as his prediction. Like I said before, Terrence Newman, 7 tackles, and a fumble recovery. Sensabaugh had 7 tackles as well. Keith Brookings, 6 tackles, like 3 attempts, 1 sack. DeMarcus Ware, 6 tackles and 3 sacks. Brady James, 5 tackles. So the list goes on and on. Mike Jenkins, an interception. So and McCray, an interception as well. Anthony Spencer, a forced fumble. We were just firing on all cylinders, because, like I said, this was definitely a statement game, something that we desperately needed, just to save our season in general, and just to save the reputation, what is left thereof of our franchise. Because if we lost, it would be so embarrassing. Against a cross-state rival like Houston. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, and of course with Houston, we only played them once anyway. So, this would have, definitely would have been an insult to a huge injury that we've been facing as a team this season. So, like I said, we were just going at it, just coming at them straight to the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, once again, I applaud the Cowboys for saving our season. So all I have to say is just be consistent, just be efficient, let the defense do their thing, and hit the ground running. Hit the ground running, just like you did, man, against Houston today. That's what we gotta do for the rest of the season on downward. So once again, the real Texas team, them Dallas Cowboys. This is Von Rushman Jr. Signed out.